everybody, I'm Victoria, and today I'd like to give you my TBR for the Booktube-a-thon, which is run by Ariel Bissett. So there are different challenges, and so I've tried to choose some books that fit those challenges. I don't know if I'm going to do all of them, we'll see, and this TBR might change. I am definitely a mood reader, so I usually don't ever do any TBRs, but this will be like a fun experiment to see if I can actually stick with my plan. The first challenge is to read a book with a person on the cover, so I chose An Extraordinary Union by Alyssa Cole. This is a historical romance which features a former slave with an eidetic memory who turns spy for the Union and another spy who is working with her and kind of their forbidden love affair. I've heard great things about this. This has been on my TBR for a little while and I'm excited to dig into this. The next challenge is to read a hyped book, and I'm going to be reading Every Heart a Doorway by Shannon McGuire. I don't have a physical copy. It's on its way in the mail, and soon I will get it, but unfortunately I don't have it right now. If you don't know, this is a novella which features children that have come out of portal fantasies. Essentially, they've had their adventures, and now they're back home, and they're having trouble coping with it, so they're sent to the specialist school. This has been hyped up a lot. It has gotten tons of coverage all over BookTube and everybody likes it. So I'm excited to see what I think of it. Next up we have the challenge to read a book in one day. And I'm going to say Said the Shotgun to the Head, which is a poem by Saul Williams. So this is an entire poem and it's a little under, I want to say 200 pages. I really enjoyed a collection of poetry by Saul Williams called She. They were really interesting, and so I'm excited to see what he does with a very long form poem, what it is about, kind of diving into this, and hopefully I will be able to tackle this in one day. Then the next challenge is to read a book with a character that is very different to you, and so I have chosen Peter Darling by Austen Chant. So this is a reimagining of the Peter Pan story. In this we have Wendy, who identifies as Peter, so he is a trans male, and I have been hearing nothing but great things about this. I can't believe no one has ever thought to make Wendy into Peter. It's just like mind-blowing, amazing idea, and I really want to dive into this. I believe that this is also Own Voices author, and so I'm excited to see a different viewpoint from my own. The next challenge is to read a book outside, and that's not happening. I hate the outside. It's hot, and there's bugs, and it's hot and humid and gross and disgusting. So I'm not going to read a book outside because I like myself and I don't want to punish myself. So unfortunately, I will not be doing that challenge. The next challenge is to read a book that I got just because of the cover, and that is The Wolf Wilder by Catherine Rundell. So this is a middle grade book which takes place in Russia. We follow Feo and her mother, who takes on wolves that have been domesticated by the elites or the aristocrats in Russia and no longer want them. So they take the unwanted wolves in and essentially teach them how to be wolves again, teach them how to survive in the wild. Unfortunately, Feo's mother is kidnapped and she has to go on a journey throughout the winter wilderness in Russia to find her. I bought this solely for the cover and the wolf thing. I love wolves, don't get me wrong, they're awesome. But I don't think you can see how beautiful this cover is and just everything about it. The packaging of this book is just gorgeous. And so I'm really excited to start this. Even if it's a terrible book, it's still a beautiful book. And of course, the last challenge is to read 7 books in 7 days. Oh boy, this is going to be a huge challenge. I've tried to pick things that are shorter, like the middle grade book, the poem, and also historical romance tends to not have as many pages as other things. We'll see. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. I am going to try my hardest. But I also need to include at least, I think, 2 more books into this TBR. So those are kind of up in the air and we'll see what I choose. But I'm hoping to try to complete 7 books in 7 days. It's daunting. It's a daunting challenge, but I'm gonna try my best. So that is my TBR. Please let me know if you've read any of these books and what you've thought about them. Are you gonna be participating in this readathon? I'd love to hear your thoughts down below in the comments. As always, thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't. Thank you, and I will see you next time. Bye.